Hi there. So next one, next one was just insane, and the point is, in when computer said I went wrong, like I didn't solve this puzzle. After computer said I it is wrong, I couldn't understand first of all why, and secondly, I tried all moves possible. I still couldn't see the move. Yes. So in the initial position, we can notice like we're again using scanning, B7 hangs, D5 is potential target, H8 hangs, A8 maybe, but it's double overprotected, maybe, but the king is weak and we have opposite color bishops, which means we have +1 on the dark squares. Also, I noticed this great diagonal, these hanging pawns, open file. There is, again, we always notice, let's say all the opponents part of the board, like especially we want to infiltrate in the 7th, 8th rank, often the 6th rank, more rarely on the 5th rank, but not to miss it would be useful to scan. We can also notice pieces on this file. Of course, we cannot not to notice queen g2 counterplay. It would be sad. Yes, and this open file and background issues from the opponent side. Sometimes it's about attack and defense, often about attack and defense. One of the way to win in puzzles, advanced level puzzles, and in your games, it's just insanely simple way to win games, and highly underestimated by lower rated players, like people who play like let's say over 2600 online. On my observation, they clearly use it, and this is simply maybe not all, but the higher people play, the better they use it. It's all about you just protect your king and you win the game. This is oftenly like this, because when you defend, you oftenly win automatically because you have some counterplay or you have extra material or whatever. But this is very powerful, and defend often, not always, but in many positions, attacking is much easier practically than defense. But in many positions, like defending position is much easier than attacking positions. Like well, like you need to just make reactive moves, and just your opponent plays something, yes, choose from multiple options, and you have only move, and finally you need to find only one final counter tactic which wins the game. And in this scenario, you simply never can miss this tactic because you have only way, yes, but your opponent has multiple options to attack, and like 4 or 5 lines to calculate. And from these 4 or 5 lines, he choose one, but because he calculated 5 lines with multiple options, in this very line, he can miss something. But you need to check only one line. Yes, it's also practical disaster when you need to attack and your opponent has only reactive moves. It's what we need to avoid in practical play, and I have puzzles about this. I will explain it more. It's better if you attack and your opponent has no moves at all. This is the best way. Like you are attacking, you improve your position, improve your pieces, and the opponent simply doesn't have good moves. This is the perfect way. But if you are attacking, sacrifice material, and opponent has just reactive moves, it's practical disaster. Which you should avoid. Yeah, because anyone will win in this scenario, no matter how good or bad they play. So continue. Notice these files, yes, these files and all these issues. And first, of course, it's everything hangs here, yes, and it's coming in the mind. And it was quite a long run, but I finally come to the idea queen f6, king c7, rook e7. He doesn't want to run to this square, so he basically will run king c6. But in this case, my king is already defended, so there is no g2 issue. And I wanted to play queen c3. Let me just show you, like queen f6, king c7, rook e7. I will also check queen c3 here, but I start on this rook e7, king c6, queen c3, king c5, and queen g7. So by this way, I disconnected his pieces. G2 is not an issue. D1 is not an issue. And I simply, based on evaluation, I did this one double attack also. My bishop is active, can come back to the game. I evaluated this position as winning. And by the way, this is 99 in 99 cases of out of 100, this position is actually winning if there is no clear counterplay to your king, and here is not. So it's actually right evaluation, but computer just defend this position with it. I mean, I have rook, queen, and bishop to attack the king. I have I will take this bishop. I also have 2 pawns with the bishop, and I have attack on the king forever, which is in the center of the board. Like imagine, like practically it's just winning all the time, because you can play 100 moves and your opponent will make mistakes. But computer just says it's defendable for computer. It says for computer it's equal, but it is not real, because I mean, yeah, this bishop just hangs king in the center of the board. It's winning for human, and this is right evaluation. I didn't change my evaluation after computer said it's not winning. Yeah, like this. And yeah, but by the way, let me show you engine line. So I'll try to move my window here. How engine exactly defended is still evaluate first. White is better, white is better, white is better, white is not better. Wait, not better, not better, not better. And then it will equalize, like rook c8. Yeah, is first thinks white is winning as normal human. Rook b7, queen e5. Trade and this, but I mean, I have 2 pawns and bishop. Hello. Queen d7, king c5, and it says now it is equal, which is insane. It's also have this nice line, which is quite cool to show up for the video, yes. Which is also a little bit crazy, because we still have queen and 2 pawns, yes, to move forward. But basically, this position when you have queen, a rook, and bishop attacking the king, and yeah, maybe my king, maybe it's possible to understand by try to understand it by my rook is a little bit misplaced. If I can bring my rook back to defend my king, like if there is no issue with counterplay to the king, maybe it has to be winning. But because rook on b7, if it's not perfectly attacking the king, maybe like I want somehow to explain it to myself. Why is it simple? Yeah, it's misplaced. Like put rook back. An example I want to check just to illustrate the situation. What is evaluation in this position? It's winning. Let's say blacks moves now. Like I play some random move. Let me put rook here. Yeah, rook is misplaced. Like if my rook is not or because rook on b7 is not yeah, is misplaced. If it's not attacking, like this is classical scenario when you're attacking your opponent, and finally you cannot checkmate. And in this situation, like rook on b7, if you don't checkmate with rook on b7, if you cannot attack your king, opponent's king, this rook finally can become misplaced, like in this position, and this can become equal, or even you can lose the game. But it's very hard to say it in this position. Yes, it's very hard to say it even for the computer. Computer says initially white is better, white is winning, white is better, and then it says equal. So okay, I got this point. Okay, rook e7 is not winning, says computer. I didn't understand why, but rook e7 is not winning. And I honestly, I started to check moves like queen c3. Computer says no. Yeah, rook e7 was not the move. Queen g7, computer says no. Queen e7, computer says no. No, rook e7 was the right move. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And I started to check queen c3. No. And I didn't see move at all. Like I checked maybe rook e1, some weird move or something, like queen d1 is the clear threat, and queen c3 is only check, and queen c3, queen c5 is logical move. Yeah, and queen g7. And it's only checking the position. And I was just and rook, I checked rook e1, I checked h3, I checked crazy h4, maybe some prophylactics, king safety initially, but it looks not logical at all. So you can pause the video and find the winning idea for white here, if you will. Yeah. Okay, I assume you passed, but you, of course, you not. And the winning idea, I actually saw it only when I hit the button, like give me a tip for the computer, and it showed me the bishop move, and I was just, yeah, I was amazed by this, because it's rarely like you attack and defend with the minor piece in Dorfer background, right? In Dorfer first rank. The idea is, defensive idea is queen c5 to interfere this far after queen c3. So, and computer suggest eliminate this defensive move queen c5 by attacking this. Excuse me, attacking and defending this diagonal and this fixing background issues. So b3 is winning, because now king safety. Again, this is again amazing example for you. If you defend your king, you simply can win the game. So this issue is covered by opponent's pieces. This issue is covered, and we can just attack forever. Queen c3 is clear threat, and it's winning. GG, why not? But again, if we compare this position and queen c3, queen g7, when all pieces are misplaced, I would always prefer clear queen c3, queen g7. It's just winning. But this one is just amazing from the point of attack and defense, and from positional understanding. Also, bishop on h6 is misplaced; it does nothing. So just bring it back to defend, to protect the king, protect main issue background, and also eliminate main defense prophylaxis. Yeah, and then just win the game with queen c3 or queen g7. Quite nice idea. And let's say if he plays queen d1, bg1, queen c2, has to be put. No, wait. Queen d1, bg1, queen c2. It has to be check. Yes, somewhat queen f3, queen f6 back. Yeah, it has to be. Is it right? Yeah. If queen d1, just quickly check. bg1, queen c2, queen f3, right? Yeah, queen f3. And he suggests something like, okay, try to trade it, but then we reach c3. And he already suggests to give up. Yeah, nice one. b3, bg1 is just super grandmaster level. Okay, thank you so much for watching this video. And yeah, and if again, I need to pitch at the end of this video. It's like you train your double attack, so I need to train my pitch, my sales. and my price per hour till September is $30 per hour, and from September is $50 per hour. So hurry up. Also, if you want to join the community, to train together, to learn chess together, um, to learn and earn, yeah, you feel free to reach me out. We will have a referral program, so you can progress in chess. Also, can share with your friends and earn money. So the monthly fee is $97, and you will get 30%, which is, if I remember correct, $29.11. So if you invite 10 friends, you basically start to even earn money. And if you invite 100 friends, you earn not so bad money, and it's permanently, so till this day, and learn and earn with us. Also, you can get these amazing benefits. So it can solve problems of making money for the chess players, which is honestly, on my experience, is horrible journey, because chess is so highly underpriced, and it's uh, very complex thing. So for the next generation, we can help at least with this. But if people care about this, if anyone interested, let me know. So thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you could enjoy and get many amazing points for your chess journey. Bye bye, Saksabai from Cambodia.